But yeah, again, I start because I believe we are whole people and there's much more to us than our current circumstance. So I start people's origin stories. Melissa, tell me about yourself. Where were you born and raised?
Hi, Mom. My mother's from Pennsylvania, and so am I.
And tell me about your home life. Who raised you? Did you have siblings?
I have 2 sisters. I grew up in Pennsylvania. Between my mother, who worked full time, and my grandmother and my grandfather, I had some good people who raised me. I wasn't wealthy growing up, but we did okay.
Yeah. And tell me, what did you and your sisters do for fun growing up as kids?
Oh, outside. We played outside all day long. I've been playing outside since I was this high.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a different time. I don't know what decade you grew up in, but it's like, I try and get my girls outside and go ride bikes, but it's like when I was a kid, it was like, I was outside a lot.
Yeah.
So, go ahead.
I loved being on the water. My dad taught me to fish, so I spent a lot of time fishing. He was really big on doing outdoor things. My mother just worked. I just all remember her working all the time. I left Pennsylvania in my 20s because there was no work. People were vying for the same jobs, and I actually came out here looking for work. There was lots of work out there at this time. This place was booming. Between music and Microsoft, there's a lot going on out here.
Yeah, oh yeah. In Seattle, you mean? Pacific Northwest.
It's my 20s. I was working here in Ballard.
Oh, really?
In a shade shop. Working nights at a bar.
Yeah. In your 20s, Ballard must have been a very different place.
It really was. Ballard was a lot different. I don't remember there being homeless people. I remember there being some fishermen and stuff who were outside primarily, but not a homeless situation at all.
Interesting. Now in Pennsylvania, you went to high school and did all that stuff?
Mm-hmm.
And why did you pick Seattle? Did you know people here?
Actually, I came out here with a guy I was dating, and he was just visiting a friend, and I needed money, so I went knocking on doors and started working right away, and then came back out here to work and stayed. It was that easy for me. I've always been able to go out and do what I needed to do.
And I'm so curious, did you go out and see music?
No, he was delivering pizzas and just whatever, and we ended up both back in Pennsylvania working in a factory, in a sewing factory. And my mother worked in a sewing factory, and I said, I will not do this for 30 years. I will not.
Yeah. What were you sewing?
Sheets, quilts, things of that nature.
Wow.
So I came out here and got on a cutting table doing shading for these new high-rise condominiums that were going up all over the place.
Now, when you say shading, like, you mean shades over the windows?
Yes.
Oh, I see. The curtains?
Yes, because the sun would actually damage all the furniture and all the carpet if you didn't have shading up.
Yeah, still does.
It does.
Still does. Well, like, you're working at doing shading, and what are your hobbies? Like, what did you like to do?
Oh, you kidding? I'm here in a new city. I'm single.
And what year is this?
I came out here in 1990 something.
Okay. 1990
something. Well, I met a great guy, so we had been together 21 years, which was really neat. He's from Ballard.
Well. Huh.
They really liked him. But where are we going? What was the question?
Oh, I just, what did you do for fun? Your hobbies?
Oh, I got to fish out on the big waters, and I'd only fished in lakes and rivers before. Camping.
Yeah.
Still love the outdoors.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
And how long did you work at that sewing, or doing the
first couple of years.
Shades?
The first year I went back east in the winter because it was a seasonal job. And then I came out here the next year, and I didn't go back home at all anymore. And I was all done.
You stayed, and you've been here ever since.
Mm-hmm.
And that was in what year, 90 something?
Oh, I must have been about 21 when I came out here.
You were 21?
Mm-hmm. And
Okay.
I'm 57 now.
Okay, gotcha. A little while ago.
Yeah.
Great. Did you get married? Do you have any kids?
Never married. I had 2 daughters back east before I came out here.
Okay.
And my daughter's very young. And they ended up, my daughter came out here later when she was 18 and had kids of her own. So I have grandchildren.
And they're still here?
They're still here.
Great.
In fact, my granddaughter Pearl sang at the World Series, this last World Series, and she nailed it. It was really impressive.
Her name's Pearl?
Pearl Peterson.
That's such a sweet name.
Yeah.
And you're in contact with them and et
I
cetera.
still talk to my granddaughters and my daughters. I have another younger daughter who's in Kentucky, in a real small town. She likes it.
Yeah, great.
I've been out here on the streets. This is my second time out on the streets. But I'm a home care aide, by the way. I help people to stay in their homes, so that's an odd thing. But I help people to stay in their homes. And I'm not in my home.
Yeah, we were just talking, and I'm always curious about how that happens. So the first time, Melissa, how did that happen?
It's a really bizarre story because strange things were happening in my life. I mean, some bad things. And finally, my friend who I took care of, he was a good friend of mine. I knew him for a long time. We almost 30 years now. And I went to stay with him, and he needed somebody. He had like 20 hours at work being used, and I said, well, I'm already certified. I'll take him with him back into the house. And then bad things started happening, and he said, Melissa, I won $19 million in a lawsuit. And I said, I wish you would have told me, because I would have ran the other way, because I know how people can be with money. And it turned out family convinced him, because he had a traumatic brain injury, that it was all gone in a year. And he said, I would rather not have any money than just leave us alone. It didn't turn out that way. So now him and I are both out of his home, and he's not having someone to take care of him anymore. I'm out here on the streets. There's still different stalkers on me. So I'm not off the grid, but I am certainly, I can't, no control of my finances. They just get into everything. Stalkers will affect you financially, spiritually. They will take everything from you.
Tell me more about that. Like, I've heard the term gang stalking. Is that what you're referring to? Or just
I don't know enough about that.
But just stalkers.
Just definitely stalkers. Family had hired stalkers and put them on me. But I didn't even know about the trust funds back then. I knew nothing. And there's a strange thing that I learned that wealthy people do, some wealthy people, which is to harm people, but you don't leave wounds so that you don't get in trouble. To hurt them without leaving marks. And they came after me with some very strange weapons. So I actually had to leave the house. I was chased out of the house a number of times. I kept coming back because he was in the home. He had balance issues. So I couldn't leave him alone. He's still a good friend of mine. But money allows you to do more. I get that.
Yeah, money it's tricky.
Yeah.
Because what you said about people, they run into a lot of money and it really can't change people. And maybe for the good, but a lot of time not for the good.
Right. I know him. He hasn't changed. He's still the same person he always was.
Great.
And I was never close to them, so he told me to stay away from those people.
Yeah. You said something coming after you with very strange weapons.
Oh my goodness.
What did you mean by that?
I found out about things I never knew about, like microwave weapons and DEW weapons and things of that nature. Because you don't see those weapons when they hit you. Like a DEW weapon, the one that I got hit with, they had them in China for crowd control. China outlawed them. China doesn't even have them anymore. like I said, I could be in the home and things would happen, and I was being hurt and constantly hurt. And I did my research and found out what was going on.
And what did you call the weapon?
One is a DEW, directed energy weapon. The other is a microwave weapon that puts heat on you so that you have to move. You have to move away from it. So it works good for crowd control because you have to move.
Interesting. I've heard of, sound weapons, but I have not heard of that one.
Yeah, I experienced some of the sound, and I'm familiar now with sound bites and all that good stuff. Like I said, I learned things I never needed to know. But live and learn.
Yeah. Well, it's just, it kind of, you go like, what research company or whatever is like spending millions of dollars inventing these weapons? Like,
and again, because there are rich people who want to hurt somebody without leaving actual marks.
Yeah. And my guess is, selling it to whoever and making profits, capitalism, et cetera, et cetera.
It's it's a supply and demand, like anything else.
So let's talk about your current situation. Where are you living now?
Oh, it's in my car, and now I have my car repoed. They came at me from all angles. They would call my work, report the things to Adult Protective Services. So there's a period of time I'm not getting paid, waiting till an interview is done or stuff like that. It just went on. I went to jail 3 times that they have a new driving under the influence. Or I'd be in my car, the car wasn't even running. It's parked because I'm living in a parked car. And someone called them. It's on record, reported I was doing something like driving crazy or whatever. And so they took me to jail, and they're still ironing out the details on these DUIs. So I got 3 DUIs with no evidence. The car was impounded the last time, and it got repoed. So I'm still making payments on my car, waiting for unemployment to come through, and just silly things like that.
Right, so right now your car is your shelter.
It was. The car is repoed. Now I am on the streets. I'm not in a tent.
Okay, but this car right here,
that's his
not
friend's
yours.
car.
Oh, I see. So you're in a tent.
Yeah, I had a nice sedan. I had a really nice car. I had one of the cars I had wanted when I was younger. So things can change very quickly. And I don't judge people because I know things change really quickly. People have ideas that everybody's on drugs. Everybody's dirty or things like that. I don't stand here. I see so many different people in so many different situations. It can happen to anybody. I have some very wealthy people who did some real harm to me, and one day it may happen to them if things go the way I would like them to go, but we'll see.
Yeah.
It could happen to anybody.
Yeah. Well, how are you treated out here?
Things have changed. People are different, still the same, but people are different everywhere you go. So some people understand and they're good, and sometimes I fly a flag and I need help, and they'll make the difference whether I have something to eat that day, because all the feeds out here are not edible. Try to get something to drink when there's no bottled water. Go back to the W2 conference. Try to use a bathroom when no one wants anyone in their bathrooms. There's no bathrooms. There's no water. So they make a difference whether I can get some bottled water stashed for later or not. Some people are just very tired of seeing the same thing, and they're misconcepts about what's going on, so they'll just look the other way. They tend not to see it. I imagine it gets tiresome after a while seeing people, so many people out on the street. Do you understand it's a lot safer for us down here than it would be downtown? And I like Ballard people. My boyfriend's from Ballard. I spent a lot of time here. That's why I'm here.
Yeah. This is a part of Seattle that's your home.
Yeah, it really
and community, and my guess is.
Yeah, and I still see even the people who are still working. Even some new people coming to town. I've been here a long time, and hey, good to have you here because Ballard's great.
Yeah. Well, I live in Ballard, and I'm like, we are living in the same part of town, and we are doing this together. Like, let's figure this out. And I'm just curious. When you said you first came here, you did not see a lot of unhoused people.
No, housing wasn't the issue. People are outside because they wanted to be outside, because the weather was nice, you know?
I'm curious, why do you think there's so many more people that are homeless?
I have my own ideas, you know. It's with so many pressures and when I came out here, this was the most expensive city I'd ever been to. It is still one of the most expensive cities I've ever lived in. I think if you live in a tent, you're still doing pretty good out here because it is very expensive to live here. I believe so.
Yep.
The houses and the buildings that are going up weren't designed for people with low income. They weren't. We put a few up, but that doesn't meet the demand that there is for low income housing. I mean, I've crunched some numbers and I don't see that it works out. That's what I see.
Yeah, well, and that continues. The wealth gap is just continuing to expand and get bigger, and the rich
It's a
are
hard
getting
thing to see.
yeah, the rich are getting richer, and the poor are getting poorer.
Yes.
And it's a complex crisis,
Yeah.
I'll say. Something I like to ask. Well, do you go to the Ballard Food Bank right here?
I do. And running into the same issues as I see everywhere. And although it's a great service because people are hungry and it's food, it's still not fresh food. It's not fresh meat. It's not fresh. And everybody now knows how important fresh food is. And everybody's geared towards organics. Well, we know that too. I just lived on farms, you know, that stuff is important to us too. And I hate to say that Seattle is one of those places that is profiting off the poor, but it's true. But you remember, volunteers aren't those people. They are not those people. They are doing their jobs, you know, and they're helping. They're always really friendly and always nice. They're never judgmental. And I think sometimes the business end of it is disassociated with the people involved. They deal with numbers. So.
Melissa, one last question I like to ask before we wrap up. Is there anything you would like the people of Seattle to know?
If something happened, and even though I don't have much, when I have, I give. And I see people who don't have much that are giving. And if something happens and you're down and out, we'll all stick together, we'll be fine. Because it's the heart that counts. Because one day all this money stuff will be aside. Just remember, we're all people, and we all have children. We're all mothers, or fathers, or brothers, or sisters. We're all somebody's children. And that's a good way to look at it. Because some people, even if they grow up, still are very childlike. I hold things in me that I still hold very dear as a child, that I did as a child. And I know, you don't care if you are a suit and tie guy, you still have those things in you that you loved as a child. And you remain close to your heart. And that helps too.
Thanks for your time. Appreciate it. Good to hear your voice.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
Yeah, all right. You open for a hug?
Yes, I thank you so much.
Yeah, hang in there. Hang in there.